Hello, 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 hello. It's 5 o'clock New York time. This is Radio Free Wall Street, one of the highlights of my day. How the hell are you? I am so glad you are here, and it is a wonderful time in the neighborhood. It's a wonderful time. We got Donald Trump. Boy, he is working overtime. By the way, did I tell you that in our market news and commentary, my lead story is how British Petroleum has millions of barrels of oil at sea because there's no customers for it. Yay! Meanwhile, the talking heads on Wall Street want to know, oh my God, the Iranian oil, we'll have no gasoline. Oh, what am I going to do? I can't get to the Hamptons. I'll go by helicopter. They don't use gasoline, do they? The idiots rule supreme, all right? The idiots are in control of the neighborhood. Oh, it's the dumbest people I've ever seen. And a bum's Russian oil, okay? A great trade, a great enhanced trade. Oh, my God. You know, they don't come along that often, guys, every few years, okay? And the time is ripe. I am telling you right now, the time is ripe. Did I mention the time's ripe? Oil jumps $10 on Donald Trump putting sanctions against Iran. No surprise, we knew it was coming. But I got the other side of the story they're forgetting to tell you. Now, let me walk you down memory lane. Short trip. We're not going back that far in the future. Donald Trump, and the Trump dump. Yeah, see, Donald Trump called the Saudis really pissed. He said, listen, we're letting you go down there and, you know, do everything you want in Yemen. And I did a sword dance with you. And we're friends, and we're giving you, billions of dollars of weapons, and you got to fight with Iran. I hate Iran, you hate Iran, and we hate Iran, put sanctions against them. But you got to help me out. See, I got to get reelected. And before I get reelected, I got to go through midterm elections. And we got these guys called the Democrats and the Deep State Conspiracy. And they're trying to stop my great work. You know how great I am. I know how great I am. Everyone knows how great I am. How big a landslide election victory I won. Biggest turnout ever in the Capitol and the Greens to celebrate my great victory. And I got the Deep State Conspiracy. So you guys got to understand that my Trumpians, these are the guys that vote for me, okay? And they're not the sharpest guys in the world, and they're not the wealthiest. They're kind of like the factory workers and no salt the earth. And they got a problem. See, when gasoline price goes high in that big pickup truck, it costs them a lot of money to fill it. And they don't like it. So the Trump chumps really watch gasoline prices, and I need you to up production. And I need to get this oil price down, because I now figured out that if the oil price goes down, then the gasoline price goes down, and my Trump chumps, well, they'll vote for me. So you need to do it. So they had a big meeting. Russia said, hey, I don't care about the Trump chumps, but I care about fracking, and they're exporting 3 million barrels a day of oil. They'll be up at 6 or 8. Saudi Arabia, they're second to only us in the U.S. total oil production. We got a problem, and these high prices are going ahead and financing it, so you got to do something. So they agreed, okay, it's over. We'll lower the oil price. We'll get the price of barrel oil down. We'll make Trump happy. We'll make Russia happy. And Iran, well, those kind of meanie guys are kind of hard to make them happy anyway, but we'll try. Got a phone call from an associate of mine who said that, holy shit, Iran is threatening to jump out of OPEC. They are roaring mad about production increases. They want oil prices higher, not lower, but finally we got them calmed down and explained to them the reality. So Donald Trump said, well, listen, if my Iranian friends are really upset about the price of oil, about their production, I got an idea. I'll just whip up some sanctions. So he got up the pen and said, okay, American oil guys are not allowed to buy Iranian oil. We're putting sanctions against them, and they have to stop all purchases of Iranian oil by November 1st. And the rest is history. Stock market, the oil market went higher, and Saudi Arabia went, no, we're supposed to go lower, Donald. And the Russians goes, what's this shit? So there are a lot of calls back and forth, and Donald said, I got a plan. And Donald's plan is this. As we get closer to the elections, he is going to make a major release, in fact, the biggest of any president, out of the strategic stockpile. He'll find some slam-bam excuse, but the idea is to flood the market with oil from the strategic stockpile, causing the oil price to collapse. Now, by that time, all this bullshit you see in the oil market will kind of come out of it. And as the story reported today in Market News and Commentary, and we got it on the the website, is that British Petroleum cannot land its oil. Do you understand? This shit that we're running out of oil and a market's undersupply and all that crap from Sweet Tits and Mr. Botox, you know. He's the man. I live in New Jersey. I have a dog. Okay, you have a dog. You live in New Jersey. Thank you. Where do they find these people? Well, on the unemployment line, I guess. So anyway, these idiots are trying to pitch this thing that, because Iranian oil is coming out of the market, because there's shortages and the pipeline broke in Canada, and whatever bullshit they can find out, we have a crisis because there's not enough oil. Meanwhile, the people who are in the business are saying, shit, I can't get loadings off. I had a $10 premium on U.S. oil, and it's now down. I'm sorry, there's a premium on the oil out of Europe at $10. It's now down to $5. Even though U.S. oil price increased 10 with Donald's announcement, European price only went up 5, and the market is going into a wipeout city. So that means that's a clarion call for a guy like me going, money, money, money. Oh, I love oil money. Oil is one of my favorite ways to make money. I like making oil out of money and a stock market wipeout. Oh, did I mention that we've seen so far this year some of the biggest exodus of the stupid money out of the stock market? Well, why? Well, come on. We reported to you that the margin by the idiot money was the highest it's ever been. Borrowed money by stocks. And they were all in. The cash balance in the brokers' accounts that deal with retail is the lowest ever. So they all bought at the top. And what are they doing? Well, they're selling as they wipe out. Can we have a duh? All right, duh. So now we got oil. Look, we have got such a target-rich environment. It's time for enhanced time. Enhanced time. You remember the enhanced times where, we bought mansions and sent kids to college and had a wonderful life? Well, it can't be enhanced time all the time, but there is a time, and now's the time, and now's the time. It is time. And oil is a great, great, great opportunity. You got to know what they're doing. You got to have balls of steel, nerves of iron. And, by the way, some of my girl traders, they got more balls than most of my men traders. It's kind of amazing. Once they catch on, guys, female species, part of the species is stronger than we are. I mean, they have babies and they get raped and they get plundered and they gatherers. And I mean, there's something about inner strength they have that we don't have. I'll tell you what. You've never seen tenacity by them when they learn how to trade. It's unbelievable. It's a sight to behold. Anyway, we got a great situation here because, contrary to Wall Street and all the talking head assholes, it's like they are absolutely not able to unload the boats. They can't unload half the oil. It's like, now get the hell out of here. We don't need this shit. We got too much of it going. No. See, Iran with the sanctions is not going to have enough oil in the market, and Angola is having a problem, and the guy tripped over an oil pipe over there in Iraq, and it's like, oh, bullshit. So Trump's got a plan. If the oil prices doesn't come crashing down, he's going to crash it. Very clever move on his part, right? I'm making an announcement that because of sanctions with Iran and because the oil price is too high, I am authorizing, I'd say, well, it gets to a 5 million barrel, 10 million barrel from the strategic stockpile per week. That'd be getting the party going real good. Oh, man. Remember, let me tell you a secret. The strategic stockpile is chock full of oil, okay? And if Donald Trump sells the oil for the secret stash there down in Louisiana, the salt domes, well, guess what? You're going to love this. It goes directly against the budget deficit and helps this deficit problem. Kind of a nice idea when you're about to run a $1 trillion deficit this year. $100 billion would really help. Came in, just out of the piggy bank. So we are about to have a major release from the strategic stockpile. Donald Trump is going to bring down the price of a barrel of oil. He's strong arming the Saudis and his bro. Hey, bro. Vladimir, besides the fact there's no collusion, Russia never colluded in U.S. elections, according to Vladimir. And I believe him because Vladimir, you bet you wake up one day and Vladimir's over your bed. I mean, I'm sure that's happened to many men. I understand 500 of them. And they didn't wake up again. 500 by his own hands, okay? I understand he was a cold dude. Anyway, so Vladimir is understanding what he's got to do. And what's going to happen? Well, I'm going to tell you what. I believe $40 a barrel oil we come. That's a 4 with a 0. So that's 40, 50, 60, 70. Maybe we get 80. I don't think we get 80, but maybe. So that's $40 down. Oh, is that not fun? I mean, think about it. The oil market wipes out just because Donald Trump wants to make you great again. I mean, I love this guy. I mean, you know, he's doing some crazy-ass shit, okay? But, you know, you got to remember, did I tell you we had record amounts of people dumping out of stocks as the market, like, keeps going uglier and uglier and uglier? Yeah, I know they had it up today. See, this is the end of the quarter. So we got a little window dressing in all the markets, gold, silver, copper, platinum. By the way, they were trying for a higher close on the market. Shit, end up 55 points in the stock market. That ain't much window dressing, bro. S&P 500 index up 2.06 points, 0.08. Composite up 0.23%. Oh, not exactly composite. And one of the near and dear to my heart, I love the NASDAQ. Oh, yeah, that's the market for the next wipeout. It was up 0.09%. Now, guys, this is some pretty shitty window dressing. I really expect to do a lot more. And it goes to show you the fundamental weakness. We're going to have so much fun taking advantage of that shit. Oh, my God. Why? Well, there's no money on the streets. The yield curve is flattening and getting ready to do a flipperoni as inverting. Donald Trump's so concerned about that. We had Kudlow out there jawboning the Fed about how they shouldn't do it. But that's kind of like one of the unwritten rules is that, you know, you're not supposed to do that shit. But Donald Trump says, Kudlow, do it before I get you another heart attack. Kudlow goes, yes, sir, Mr. President, I've sold my soul to you, so I guess I have to pay the price. Donald Trump, like, got the guy, okay? I love this market. I love the wipeout that's coming. How could we be so lucky? A stock market wipeout just when you need it. Oil price crashing. Oh, my God. Isn't life sweet? I mean, life is so kind. I love it. Now, you need to do the right thing, and you have an obligation. To make yourself fably wealthy. Now, I know you're worried about your other poor friends and poor neighbors. Well, let me tell you. Make yourself several $1 million, and you can help them out. How good is that? Soup kitchen, if you like, a clothing drive. I mean, there's a lot of needs that we're going to have. A baby boomer resettlement community, you give them a tenth, you know, from Walmart. Because, let me tell you, the largest loss by any investor class in the history of the planet is upon us. Not only are they losing money in the stock market, which they don't understand what's going on, but all their investments, 10K, REK, DK, you know, Roth, you wouldn't believe the dog shit they put that in. And it's the same thing like the bums rushing. Always feed them full of shit, tell them anything they want to hear. Yeah, the brick. See, you got to go to the brick because emerging markets. What are you talking about? It's emerging wipeout. So you're going to have fun. You're going to have a great rest of the year. Oh, my God. Donald Trump, can you imagine when he announces can you see the speech? The deep state conspiracy is keeping gasoline prices high so that the Trump chumps cannot drive their pickup trucks to the voting booths. I must do something about it to make America great again. And we are releasing 100 million barrels of oil from the Strategic Reserve. And we're doing it to help my fellow Americans. Now get out there and vote Republican. That's with the R. Yeah, the elephant, not that jackass. The Democrats are a jackass. Don't vote for the jackass. He's got to turn out the faithful in the midterms. Everything Trump does should be we should understand is all about the midterm elections. That's all that possesses him. And that possession is going to end up rather badly, in my opinion. Oh, not for us, but for other people buying into this thing. Trump is in the twilight zone. Trump has lost his perspective. I think Trump is extremely worried. As well he should be, because you know what? He's got himself a great big hairy-ass problem. Think about it. He's at cross purposes. By the way, you understand that Europe is uniting against America. You've got the Chinese that are in there. We are really driving ourselves out of... You know what he's talking about doing? He wants to withdraw from the World Bank, okay? Now, I've got my problems like everybody else with that, but you don't withdraw, you see? If you got a seat at the table, that's a dream deal. And America is the big bully at the World Bank and also the WTO, okay? So we need to be there. We need to be part of the narrative. Because let me tell you something. There's this little country called China. It goes, yeah, you know, Donald, you don't want to be the policeman of the world. And we were thinking that, you know, well, we want to help. And if you don't want to do the WTO, we will. And if you want out of the World Bank, IMF, no problem. We can come in there and kind of help out. And if you don't want to donate money in Africa or in Central America, Well, I think we can probably go ahead and try to fill in the gap and help those people because we love them, Donald, and we love you. And Putin, Putin is like, the Arabs, they love us, and they're going to go ahead and rebalance the oil market. In fact, their rebalancing was so good that they've got prices so high, they're killing demand. Guys, this was all about. They've literally killing demand. Okay, all over Asia, as I've been pointing out to you for the past few weeks, nobody's buying product. People are pulling back. Same thing over in Latin America. It is ugly, and now, not Billy Bob. Oh, my God, don't park the pickup truck. Oh, Billy Bob, please. Pickup trucks are American way of life. And yeah, Donald Trump's going to lower the gasoline prices. Now, you got to get out there and vote, and I'm sure they will. Anyway, Donald Trump's got himself a great big ugly trade war called stupid. By the way, sanctions, you want to hear this? You want to hear the latest? It turns out that Canada's going, we're going after U.S. tomatoes. By the way, it's a $1.5 billion business, U.S. tomatoes going to Canada. And now we start killing off our own businesses. This is where the stupidness of trade wars are there. Because you know what? They can really hurt us. They can really hurt our companies. They can really hurt our economy. And here's a newsflash for you. That's exactly what they got planned. So Donald Trump thought with the art of the deal, he'd go there, I got a bigger foot than you do. And you want to feel my grip of my handshake? How do you like that for power? The guy's going, Donald, that shit works in high school. Nobody cares about that shit since, you were flunking out of school there, okay? So Donald's now got himself a problem. Listen to me, it's amazing. He is unifying the world against him. And that is called what? Stupid. Making decisions that, it's incredible. It's incredible. This man had a great opportunity to mandate to really do a lot of good. He really did. He's enriched himself more than any other president's ever been in office. That's another discussion for another place, another time. But, he got us out of the climate accord deal. That was fine. But then he got us out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership where we could have wrote ourselves a whole new deal. And then he started a trade war with Canada. Ridiculous. Mexico, ridiculous. And all Europe. And what's he doing? He's kissing Putin's ass and Kim Jong nunchucks. He's got himself in a trade war with China. Chinese investment was critical and it's being withdrawn. What do you want to do with your enemies? Have them invest in your companies where you own them. What do you want to do with your enemies? If they want to still steal at half the price it costs to reduce it, you want to buy it. There is some crazy shit going on here, and the mistakes Donald Trump's making are indicative of a man who does not have a deep grasp of the issues he's dealing with. So we are going to have so much fun. We're going to make so much money. It is unbelievable. Wait till you see the stock market crash that's coming. Wait till you see the oil wipe out. Oh, my God. Listen, Donald Trump needs gasoline under $2 a gallon for the election. I'm telling you, he's going to get it there. How's he going to get it there? Well, trash the oil price. How do you do that? Well, since he put sanctions against Iran, he has that psychological issue. I teach him a lesson. What's more? 3 million barrels a day out of Iran replaced by 4 million by Saudi, 4 million by Russia, 3 million by the United States, or hell, I'll just put 100 million more barrels in the market out of the strategic stockpile. He's going to do it. That is your secret deal. Donald Trump is going to do the strategic stockpile. We've been hearing about this, by the way. Green tea time. Oh, God. I need green tea. Hang on. Boy, I've had a wild day. Slackjaw ran the JBC over one of the tubes with the fiber in it because we didn't have a chance to bury it. So I woke up to internet down, and I had to pull the plugs, and we've got a circular deal here. We have 3 satellite systems in 4 places we need to run data. And the problem's been the slowdown. And so we've improved our satellite uplinks. We lowered the latency. We increased the bandwidth, so we got that problem solved. And then we ended up with a bottleneck in how we got the data around the place. And the Cat9 cable just wasn't going to do it, so we replaced the LAN cable, and Wi-Fi's out of the question. We're not going to broadcast anything on the radio. And so we've gone to fiber. We're doing a 16 fiber cable, burying it. And we bury everything around here because of storms and wind and sometimes people get carried away with their wire cutters, so everything's buried, electricity, lines, water lines, all that. And we have to run we have some underground buildings. And so away we go. Now, we were trying to do this, by the way, through the 4th of July weekend, or week, and it's hard to find a contractor, okay? And my days of getting out there and splicing, although I know how to do it, and I do have a fusion splicer, by the way, are over with. You're at a limit, Sometimes it really chased my ass to hire someone to do a job I know I can do just as well, but I just don't have the hours and hours to spend it. So we got a crew coming in, and we tried to time it for 4th of July. So what's happened is they had to come earlier, and we're putting in I'll show you some pictures of it. I've got a really neat box in here that's the control, and we have jumpers so we can send the wire. If you understand how this works, it's circle. So that way, if you've got to split one way, you can send the data the other way, okay? And really neat stuff. So we're about to improve it, and the guy, numbnuts runs over it, so we'll get it solved. In fact, fortunately, it's the shortest run. It was the run between two buildings. Well, I didn't know it was there. What that shit we've been telling you all week we're doing it? Well, I had to move the hay. It's like, So if you hear about a slack jaw being hung from a JVC upside down, beaten with a fiber optic cable, you'll know that I was committing the crime. Maybe a YouTube video. Anyway, I'll calm down. It really pissed me off. Millennials, that has an app for everything. They're not, by the way, they're not careful people. One of the traits of the millennial is you hand them a tool and you got to go find it, okay? All right. Where's my DeWalt? Oh, I left it outside. You left the DeWalt outside, case open in the dirt. Okay, wipe the tool off, put it away, bring it back. It's like, I have cases for things like you do and all that stuff, and it's like, if it goes out the door, it don't come back, especially with the millennials. So one of the ones that really pisses me off is drill bits, how they mix them up and get them all, man. Anyway, so we're fighting the millennial plague around here. And, in fact, this guy was one of the guys that grew up with us with the summer camps. And trying to get him to law school. Well, maybe it'd be good to get another slack-jaw attorney. They'll help me become a prosecuting attorney. That way we can get away with more shit. But I don't know what's going on. It's just a bizarre time. But anyway, this Trump deal. Oh, by the way, there's a major cable cut that also threw out our data today. So if your market news and commentary got put up late, and it wasn't me this time, it really wasn't. It was like there's no cable. We couldn't. I was able to stream up to our server where we stream out of, but we weren't able to get it back into the United States to where the recording is in place. This is bizarre stuff, Anyway, they had a fiber optic cut. Maybe that guy from here went over there and screwed up their cable too. He's like, wow, that was really cool. Let me see what more damage I can do. So anyway, here we go. We have cable cuts, cable crushed, and we got Donald Trump. But I love my story. The Strategic Reserve release. Oh, Donald, that is so cool. See, Donald Trump did us a favor. He's put sanctions that nobody's going to really listen to against our good friends, the Iranians. So that takes oil up where you can sell the shit out of it. And then Donald Trump, God, you got to love this guy. He knows he's got a cheaper oil, so he's going to release out the strategic stockpile. Donald, I love you more and more every day. I understand the crazy shit you're doing. And I know the EU guys are like uniting against you in the deep state conspiracy. And all I can tell you is, Donald, you keep fighting by doing this stupid shit, and we'll do just fine. Donald, baby. I love this guy. I love this guy. So anyway, if you missed market news and commentary, because of the cable cut, I went and recorded another version. And I don't know, I hope I told you all the same things I told you. They're never the same. But we have got ourselves a party out here. Oh, my God. Donald is doing his bit to make us great again. Now, listen to me. This Strategic Stockpile Reserve release. Oh, Donald. Oh, Donald. How cool are you? What great things he's doing. Anyway, this story's coming out there. I understand that they've been shopping the idea around, asking for some bids, huh? Uh-oh. I love it. And Comcast, by the way, is the one that had a major nationwide outage. We are very vulnerable with our fiber networks. I was involved in the landing of a fiber network in Central America. It started from Miami, went around through Belize, Nicaragua, hooked around, came back up through Puerto Rico and back to Florida again. And there's no security. Everybody knows where the cable runs. There's no way to guard it. All you got to do is go down there and drag it. You don't even need a submarine. You can drag it from the surface and pull it up. Divers can get to it, and you can do a lot of damage. I thought I mentioned that to you. So this is an example of some of the vulnerabilities. When we fight the next war, bullets are not going to be as important as what's being done to the Internet and communication systems that we're so relied upon. And I thought I'd point that out. But Donald Trump at least released oil to the Strategic Reserve. Do you know how cool that is? Do you realize what a great thing he's doing for our trade? This is so beautiful, Donald. I'm so sorry I didn't respect the great mind you have. Because I realize that, you're not doing worth a shit for the economy and isolating America and pulling us out of every major organization we need to be in. But from a standpoint of, it's worth billions. This guy is going to give you so much money with this crazy shit he's doing. You need to understand that. Anyway, my pleasure. We're here all weekend and through the week, and then Wednesday the market's closed. 4th of July. And, by the way, a lot of trading desks are vacated today. They don't get back. A lot of people are taking that week, by the way. Reservations for airline flights is one of the biggest ever, so that's telling you that a lot of people are taking the Friday to the Monday. And we're not going any damn where. I tell everybody, we're here, we're doing it, and that's it. Make it work. So if you have any questions, let us know. We're on our way, Donald. The release of the Strategic Reserve. Really, by the way, it's a really, most presidents would not, do that shit to get reelected, but Donald Trump, he knows what's important. That's get elected and stay elected. No collusion, and no Democrats taking over my House or my Senate because they can vote a bill or an article impeachment. Very clever. This guy really is a survivor. I appreciate you guys. I had a lot of fun, by the way. What great trades. Oh, my God. It's our year. It's our year, as you're seeing. Oh, man. Remember I did a countdown, right, last year and the end of last year? Well, we're going to be doing a lot more countdowns to Nirvana, Ecstasy, Enhanced. I love Enhanced.